Yes, welcome back to this channel. In this tutorial we're talking about identifiers and variables. So before I go any further, let me explain what each does. So in old days they used to give us books having this syntax, and now what you do is you'd write here your name and then write the school name here. So this, in case that whatever I write on this line corresponds to your name, and whatever I write on this line corresponds to the name of the school. Okay, so this name becomes the identifier, and whatever you write here becomes the variable. So in other words, an identifier is a name given to our variable. Like that. So an identifier is a name given to our variable. Like in this case we saw that my name is equal to Jacob, so this Jacob becomes my name or the variable, and then this word name becomes the identifier. In other words, I am Jacob, there is a student called Evelyn, there's someone called John, but all of us share the same identifier. What really identifies that this John is the word name. So this becomes the identifier to explain that whatever is written in the preceding letters is the name. Okay, so these are the actual variables because they change. That's why they call them variables. And then identifiers is anything we use to identify what is written at the right hand side. Alright, now before we go any further, let's have rules while declaring variables. While declaring, in fact, identifiers, oops, like this. So like how we say in English, if you forget a comma, if you forget a full stop, that's kind of a penalty. If it's marking, you earn less marks. So the same applies to C++. We have those rules we follow while declaring identifiers. One, we say they are case sensitive, and if we say case sensitive, it means uppercase and lowercase. So anything, maybe if someone writes int age and another one writes int age, like this. So this age of small a is very different from age of capital A. The same applies. Name in capital N is different from name in small n, and is very different from name in capital N, like that. So that's what we mean by case sensitivity. Secondly, cannot contain keywords and digits, like this. So a valid identifier cannot contain keywords. We first reserve this as of now. Cannot contain keywords. So we have seen exactly what keywords are, and if you wanted to declare maybe variable external number and you say variable external equal 12, this is very wrong, because we have seen that in the previous example or tutorial this is a keyword. Okay, so this becomes very wrong. And the next thing is that cannot begin with digits. So all variables cannot begin, variable names cannot begin with digits. Let's say I want to write age, and I have a tendency of writing 9 followed by ag, like this. 9 followed by ge, then this stands for a. So if you do this, then it is wrong. Cannot begin with a digit. But the most interesting thing is they can contain a digit at any position, not the first one. So that's it. Then the last rule is that can begin with an underscore. underscore. So if I wanted to write full name like this seems to be ugly, but if I fix something in here like this, then someone can easily understand that I'm talking about full name. Or if I'm writing number of students like this is so ugly. So instead we can fix in underscores here that we are meaning number of students in our class. So these are the rules we follow while declaring variables. And then how do we declare variables? One, we must give a data type. Next, we give a data type, then we give a variable name, and then we assign it some value like this. So if we have int age is equal to 24, then it means data type corresponds to int, variable name corresponds to age, and then the value is 24. So meet in the next lecture, which is variable declaration, where I'll be explaining this in detail, and we do some example in C++ program to get you used. Goodbye, but don't forget to subscribe and like this channel.